This is Arash Vossoughi. This morning, I was thinking about a video that I wanted to shoot for everybody. I was thinking about some of the most important lessons that I ever learned. I mean, I've been very adamant, if you've been following me, personal standard changed my life. Developing a positive mental attitude and understanding the importance of attitude changed my life. But nothing happens without a decision. And I want you to think about your results right now. Everything always to me goes with results. You know, as you develop yourself, I could look back 15 years ago and look back today. My level of awareness changed so dramatically, and once you have awareness, you never lose it. But my confidence changed so dramatically. And my confidence changed because I was always looking at my results and I stopped worrying about what other people were thinking. And that only happened because I became very proficient at making a decision. By now, if you've been following me for any length of time, my greatest mentor was Bob Proctor. And he told me, he said, Arash, the best lesson I ever learned in my life was the power of decision making. Now for me, I'd look back and I'd say attitude was very powerful. As powerful as it was for Bob with decision making, for me was attitude. But decision making is right there. It's just a step behind for me. And I want to talk about the decisions you're making. Now look at your results and understand you're never going to be able to soar in your life, to elevate your results, to create a world-class life if you don't start becoming so proficient at decision making. The one thing I want you to accept right now, and some of you may not, that the universe desires you to have everything you want to have. That want comes from the perfection inside of you that is dying to express itself. That's where your want comes. And it starts in our subconscious mind, but the want can't go anywhere if you don't make decisions. And ask yourself, am I making decisions? Do I say one day I'm going to do this? I'm going to feel really wealthy or really happy when this happens. That's not a decision. That's delusion. It's not one day. It's day one every day. You get to decide. Now, your goals are so good for your soul. Targets are so good for your soul. And you want to look at, what do I really want? There's nothing to make a decision about if you want to be mediocre. You just keep doing, go on autopilot, do what doesn't work. But if you want to really soar like an eagle, really be an outlier, you want to really understand the importance of decision making. And we're making decisions all the time. We're making them on what type of goals we have. We're making them on, did we rehearse our day in our mind before? Or do we have really unthinkable goals? Or are we setting just ordinary goals? See, and when you have a goal, now there's something to decide about. And you want to be definite. This is where I'm going no matter what. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know who I'm going to need on the way to mentor me, to guide me. I don't know what books I'm going to need. But all I know is that I'm going to do it. And no one does anything without a big why. I will not achieve anything without an enormous why. Why do I want it? And your why must be so much stronger than your why not. Now this idea really changed my life. Becoming so good at decision making. I remember one day I was being coached by my mentor and he said, what type of decision maker do you think you are? I said, I think I'm pretty good. He goes, compared to what? And I started laughing. I said, I've got a lot of room to grow. Well, I put so much energy, so much power and attention on becoming a great decision maker. See, if you're not acting on a decision right away, it's delusion. And decisions are either going to take you to where you want to go, up much further than you are right now, or it's going to take you back. Because we're either growing or we're dying, and nothing, I mean absolutely nothing happens until you make a decision to move. But I'm not just talking a decision, I'm talking an irrevocable, committed decision. Well, this is where I'm going. I'm not doing what's convenient. I'm doing whatever it takes to achieve my goal. Ask yourself, are you making decisions because you're making them based on what other people think? Or are you so damn passionate about your results that you really want to expand your life for you and your family? If you do, these are the decisions I'm talking where you do it now, do it now, do it now. You want to make that a brain tattoo. The minute you flinch, the minute you hesitate is the minute you lose. And you want to make your decision making everything based around making your future a magnificent obsession. You're focused, all your energy, all your decisions, all your actions are based on who you want to become, how you want to live, living that world-class life. And remember, as you hold firm to your vision, everything is going to start elevating in your life. Now, in order to do that, we've got to really want something bad enough. You've got to want it so strong that I want it to have so much intensity and power that your want is through the roof. Because weak want, weak actions, weak decisions, weak results. Now, decisions, this is a quote from Napoleon Hill. He said, decisions or lack of them are responsible for making or breaking everything we desire in our life. I want you to think about that. Decisions or lack of them are making or breaking your life. People who have become very proficient at making decisions without being influenced by the opinion of others are the same people whose annual incomes fall into the top income category. Put a lot of energy on this. Remember, we are only weakened by our lack of attention. We want to really put so much attention on decision making. And you know whether something's right for you because it resonates. You know the truth. You can't hide from that truth. And as you do that, you're creating a new model. And in order to create a new result, create a new life for you, your family, your business, we have to create a new model. But in order to do that, decisions aren't just, am I willing to invest or am I willing to act? You have to make a decision every day to sell yourself and bet on yourself that I am creating a world-class life for myself. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm stepping into the new me. What does that mean? That may mean having to move 16 mountains to get to your goal. Are you willing to do that? That means you have to build your mindset so much stronger than your emotions. So that may mean doing things that the people in your close environment are not comfortable with. That means getting out of your comfort zone. See, too many people are letting their emotions dictate what they will or will not do. You want your mindset to dictate it. Just for a moment, plant. Everything has to do with your goal. Plant that and say, what type of decision would I have made if I had already achieved that goal? And I want you right now to make a decision that you're thinking of yourself like from where you are 12 months from now. Make decisions that that person would make who had already achieved that goal. And as you do that, you're not just developing decision, now you're developing discipline. But with discipline, you're developing your standard, and your standard is your DNA to success. But you're not just developing your standard, you're developing your image. And when you develop your image, you're developing your attitude. They all work in harmony with each other. Decision, discipline, standard, image, and attitude. You want to remember this. And when you're ready to receive a thing, that's when you receive it, when you feel worthy of that. Well, how do you feel worthy of it? You feel good in this moment. You already have it. You've got to feel that way. A lot of people will come to me and they say, Arash, I'm ready to receive it. And I say, no, you're not ready to receive it. See, if you were ready to receive it, you wouldn't be coming and asking where it is. If you were ready to receive it, you would not be coming from needy energy. You're not going to be coming from forcing. See, so if any of those qualities is what you have, get rid of it. The state of mind must be belief, not hope or wish. See, you've got to know that you know that you know. And that means you have to decide every day, it's day one. And you are choosing it every single day. Well, in order to make decisions, you want to understand that your spiritual DNA is absolutely perfect. It requires no modification or improvement. It is all-knowing, but the perfection is inside of you. Where do you think your wants come from? Your wants come from inside, and it's dying to come out of you. But most people say, oh, that's not for me. So they make a decision of what it's always been. I want you to choose into what, if one person can do it, anybody can do it. If I can go from failing miserably to succeeding at a significant level, so can you. But we have to start understanding and building everyday images with our imagination of what we want. And as you continually decide to only accept what you want, guess what's happening? You're starting to understand decision making. And when you do that, everything is going to be working in your behalf. Now ask yourself this. Am I committed to creating a life of freedom, or am I committed to being non-committed? See, ask yourself. I want you to scan the last week of your life and ask yourself, was I lying to myself, or am I making a decision that I'm going to create a world-class life? Have I made a decision that I'm letting the old go? I'm letting the past die, and I'm not going to keep operating out of shame, lack and limitation, fear. I'm stepping into this new model. It's time to let go. We can only let go by doing. How do? You be. How do you be? You make a decision. I want to say that again. The time is now to let go. How do you let go? By doing. How do you do? By being. How do you be? By making decisions. Behaviors that are incongruent with your goal are never going to achieve your goal. This is why every day I want you make a decision that you're going to spend 15 to 20 minutes a day building a bigger idea of yourself. Make that decision. And then follow through with that decision with great commitment. And in order for you to become what you want, you must overcome the old you. What is the side effect? It's a lot of discomfort. You're going to feel a lot of anxiousness. Feel it anyway. But understand, by persisting with your decision through repetition over and over and over again, you're going to bring it into your life. Success is just 1% better every day. I know you could decide right now, for the next 30 days, that you could become 1% more decisive. That's my challenge. 1% more decisive every day for the next 30 days. And then you keep asking yourself, what do you really want more than anything else in this world? What do you really want? And every decision is based off of that. Every single decision is based off of, what do I really want? Now remember, your wants come from your heart. Your heart sends a signal to your conscious mind. You accept it with your imagination and you say, this is where I'm going. This is how I'm living. And guess what? You're going to see it. You're going to turn that imagination back over through the repetition of turning it into a desire by holding the image over and over again. Well, how do you do that? Decision again. You have to make a definite decision that this is where I'm going, especially when the outside, it's showing no improvement. You keep holding that image over and over again, and then you turn it into a desire. Once it's a desire, all your conditions, circumstances, and environment is going to change. What type of decisions are you making? What type of decisions do you want to make? This is what you want to continue asking yourself. Now, in order to do this, there's two things you have to do. You have to know where you are right now and where you're going, and every decision is based off of where you're going. If you go back to the old program that controls 95% of your day, that's not decision making, that's just existing. This is why you have to really be an outlier to what you used to do. You have to make decisions that I'm only focusing on where I'm going. And as you do that, everything is going to be attracted into your life. And you want to understand that. Let's look at our results again. I keep doing the results. Why? Because they're a great barometer of what type of decisions you've been making. Change the decisions, change your thinking, change your actions, you change your results. And as you do that, everything is going to change. Become a great decision maker. You know, I'll finish it with a story my mentor told me. He said, Arash, this is years ago when we were working side by side. He said, I want you to teach this idea to as many people as you can. I said, sure, what is it? He said, people come to me all the time saying, can you help me build a world-class business? Can you help me build my dream home? Can you help me have this relationship? And he said, I always told him yes, but the prerequisite is you have to make a decision within 30 seconds. He said, if you don't deserve to win. And he used to tell me it used to piss off a lot of people. And he said, I didn't make the rules. This is just how it works. I want you to make a decision right away. Make one decision today right away. Follow the laws of the universe. Play within the rules. And understand your results are dictated by the way you think, by the decisions you make, by how you feel and how you act. And that's going to turn into your results. Really start taking what I'm telling you very seriously. And if you're letting the outside, your bank account, your relationships, control your thinking about the decisions you make, you're not going to go very far. The only thing that should control it is, what do I really want? What do you really want? Are you making a decision to activate abundance? Yes, I am willing. You activate it like this. How do you feel worthy and deserving of wealth? You start feeling wealthy right now, then you activate it in your life. As you do that, what's the prerequisite? Decision making. Use this power that's flowing in and through you and activate only abundance. Be that. Make decisions. Be definite. Act right away. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Thank you so much.